What it do, family? What it do, what it does is yours truly, Mr. T-Love, T-Love Talks. Man, it's been a minute since I did a podcast, but I decided to go ahead and jump in today and get back on my grizzon. But today, the topic of this particular podcast is taking back your masculinity. And I didn't write anything for this show, but it's kind of been on my spirit lately to chime into this taking back your masculinity. Now, one important reason why this is an important topic for me is because I was raised around a lot of masculine dudes. You know what I'm saying? So me being raised around a lot of masculine dudes, I was able to see a different, should I say, prototype of the American man, or, to hit home with, my race, the American black man, but just men in general. I mean, the dudes I grew up around, they were all hardworking guys. They were all providers. And for the most part, like, if you will, they didn't take a lot of shit, family. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a lot of, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I saw my dad cry, like, for the first time, when my baby brother passed away. You know what I'm saying? That was like the first time I ever seen my dad cry. You know what I'm saying? And I probably was in grade school at that time, but it fucked me up because I had never seen him cry before. And that's what I'm talking about, taking back your masculinity. You know what I'm saying? It was a point to where, shit is so sensitive nowadays. Shit wasn't that fucking sensitive back in the day. Motherfuckers had a lot more, should I say, motherfuckers had a lot more, like, discipline, if you want to use that word. Like, it wasn't all of this bullshit, man, where motherfuckers just weak, letting motherfuckers talk to them any kind of way. You feel what I'm saying? It was just like, you know what I'm saying? The men were more like, you had to fucking, you had to fucking, like, be about that life when you come across a real man. Because back then, you know what I'm saying, when I was growing up, niggas was getting shot, but niggas was getting their ass beat. You know what I'm saying, as well. See, I grew up in an area where motherfuckers still get their ass beat. And, you know what I'm saying, nowadays, like, motherfuckers don't be getting their ass whooped no more. And I think that right there in itself, that creates a dichotomy, or I don't even know if I want to use that word right now, if I'm using it right. It creates a certain atmosphere to where it seems like motherfuckers is soft as hell nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You got all these motherfuckers, got all these bullying laws and shit like that. But at the end of the day, man, I ain't even gonna front, man. It seemed like bullying, that shit gave you character. That let you know right then. That shit let you know what you cut from, what kind of cloth you cut from. When a motherfucker bullied your ass, you was gonna do one or two things. You was gonna figure out a way to not get bullied anymore, or you was gonna back your ass up in a corner and fold up some goddamn well and put your tail in between your legs. You know what I'm saying? But for real, man, taking back masculinity. This topic go deep, man. It's a lot to deal with this topic, man. Like, I just see so much nowadays, man. Like, motherfuckers really, 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 really got their tail in between their damn legs. Like, it's no true, you don't see the alpha males no more walking around. And then when one displays alpha male nature, you know, you a bully or whatever, or you being mean, or you being. One thing about it though, I still get to see the example right now today. My dad, 75 years old. Him and my mom been together damn near 50 years. And I still get to see him be masculine in every inch of his life. And it's kind of funny because when I see him deal with just people in general, women, he's still the same dude he was when I was a little kid. So obviously it's not an attack on the seasoned black man, because he could still get away with whatever he got away with back then. And I ain't even saying it's getting away. I'm saying it's his nature. He could still be himself without all of that with bullshit of society, and women understand that shit. It's like with the modern day women and the modern day dude, they don't understand shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's like, fellas, if you in a relationship with your chick and it seemed like every time you get ready to make a decision, she trump your decision, you understand the paradigm. You know what I'm saying? But then again, a lot of you motherfuckers probably don't understand the paradigm because you've been, you grew up in the shit. You think the shit normal. But for me, that's something I'm not gonna deal with. I'm not gonna deal with like a woman that's trying to be masculine or that type of shit. That's not how the Creator created us. He didn't create us to be doing all of that shit for the women to be acting all masculine and then the dudes be acting all feminine and shit. That shit crazy, yo. It's an attack on masculinity. You know, it's a lot of little factors and shit. They say it's got a lot to do with the foods, you know what I'm saying, that people eating. It's got a lot to do with a lot of the programming through the media. Shit, it's got a lot to do with, people just turning their back on, what's real. You know what I'm saying? You following, humanity or whatever. And humanity got us all fucked up. Humanity got it to where your woman around here being more masculine than your ass is. We just got to come into terms with the bullshit, y'all. We got to come into terms with the bullshit. But what I see though, like, even like with that example with my dad, I see that shit. That's why I still display that masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I see my dad still to this day. You know what I'm saying? He might say something that I hear him say it to a woman, but because I've been hearing him talk like that for so long or whatever, I'm used to it. But somebody else, they may cringe up if they hear him talk like that because they not used to that masculine energy. Just like my granddad. My granddad wasn't no joke. My granddad rode around with a pistol, with a shotgun in his back window. That's what men did back in the day, where they rode around with shotguns. You don't fuck with them. And now, this shit done got to the point where everybody could fuck with a man now. Everybody, they take us with a joke. They got you on all these sitcoms and shit on TV to where every husband, every dad in the house, he's a fucking jokester. He's a fucking nincompoop. He's a fucking the laughing stock of the house and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's in today's movie. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to look at a lot of old shit, because I see what the evolution of these motherfuckers is. You know what I'm saying? I sit up and I watch a lot of old movies with my dad. in our seat. Men was cold as ice. Men didn't smile a lot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Unless you in that type of atmosphere to where it's it's a good time. It might be some music, some drink, shit like that. Then you kick back a few laughs. But in most situations, sitting around the dinner table or at work, men ain't do a lot of smiling and shit. It wasn't a lot of kiki and ha-ha. And that's another thing, with the masculinity. Motherfuckers are always joking and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have fun and shit, but you gotta be serious at some time. You know what I'm saying? That's what masculinity about. But at the end of the day, that shit about being happy. And for a man, that's a natural nature. Shit, if you ain't being masculine, nigga, and you not displaying that masculinity throughout your day and in your household, motherfucker, you ain't happy, motherfucker. You a facade, nigga. You got a whole facade going, pimp juice. You feel me? You walking around this bitch like everything all good. And at the end of the day, it ain't all good. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube page, like my page or whatever. Shit, I ain't did a podcast in over 4 months, but this was one of those topics, man, where I guess as you live and you learn, you start seeing certain things, and it be like an epiphany to you, and you just have to discuss it, have to talk about it, have to, expose shit. Because that's what it is right now. That's what we're exposing right now. We're exposing the fucking attack on masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And shit, got to a point, even the police, you know what I'm saying? That affects the state of masculinity because you got all of these crooked cops and shit killing niggas in the street, being bullies every time they put their uniform on. So that in itself, I just kind of think about it from when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the same way now, you know what I mean? I just try to be completely in the right if I deal with an officer in my masculine energy, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't have a choice because I can't hide it. But I know when I was younger, I remember getting pulled over by the police, doing dumb shit as a youngster, whatever, riding dirty, shit like that. And then still being mad. I'm still mad you pulled me over. Yeah, I got an open container. Yeah, I got some weed in the car. Yeah, I got some dope in the car. But I'm still mad, bitch. Like, man, what the fuck you pulled me over for? That's masculinity. Even though you still in the wrong, nigga, you still a beast about yours. And guess what? Bitches took my ass to jail too, displaying that masculinity. But guess what? Something that it never took away from me. It never took away from me the aspect of me not standing up for what's right. I knew how to be smart and not get myself back in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's by riding clean all the time. Riding with a good tag. Riding with the insurance. Not riding with no work in the car. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody bring it to me. G shit. You know what I'm saying? I learned. So then when I did get pulled over, I could still be in my masculine energy because I'm in my right. As long as I'm being intellectual, I ain't got to be no puss ass, no punk ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Because get what? The motherfucker who walking up to your car with his badge on, he ain't no pussy. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, family. It's an attack right now in the U.S. I say in the world. You know what I'm saying? Look at that big ass buzzard or hawk or something. That motherfucker trying to get him some food and shit. He just laying it down on the ground. He must have seen so he was ready to eat. That nigga scooped down and grabbed something, I think. Motherfucker be out here hunting. But yeah, that's what a man do. A man hunt. Just like that wild. You know what I mean? You can't tame that shit, and that's what society try to do. They try to tame masculinity. They want all the masculinity to be displayed on the football field, on the rugby field. You know what I'm saying? On the basketball court, in the wrestling. You know what I'm saying? The MMA. That's where they want the masculinity shown. They don't want you to show masculinity in your everyday life as if it's something negative or it's something to be ostracized. Nah, masculinity is something to be celebrated. Masculinity is something to be looked upon as great. You know what I'm saying? Because without masculine men, how the hell you gonna build these buildings out here? How the hell you gonna fly these damn planes? How the hell you gonna go to war? Which that ain't even our nature, but guess what? You ain't gonna be able to conquer shit in this world. We see the paradigm we living in, and I'm peace, love, all day. But guess what? It's a time and place for everything. And my point is masculinity is always time for masculinity if you're a man. It don't go away. And I noticed that I see that in the OGs. You know what I'm saying? They might have meek and mild spirits, but they still manly. You know what I'm saying? They still manly. I don't know, fella. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think it's an attack on masculinity? Leave it in the comment. Because as far as I'm concerned, with the way these niggas walking around with purses on nowadays, and you know what I'm saying, twisting and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, everybody want to say, you know, they was born like that. But yeah, that's the attack on masculinity. If they being born like that, that means obviously it's a process that's going on during the feeding of these children. You know what I'm saying? The process of the nurturement and whatever the mother eating, you know what I'm saying, the nourishment, should I say. You know, it's a lot of factors in this shit, you know what I'm saying? If that's what they saying now, they saying you being born like that. Because when I was little, coming up, the only gay dude or whatever that was in the hood, or you ain't even know if he was gay, you just knew he was crazy, walk around, he'd be twisting around the neighborhood, but only like one of them. It wasn't like how it is now. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? That's the question. What happened? And I love everybody. You feel what I'm saying? I love everybody. But at the end of the day, and get what? I ain't judging nobody. But I'm speaking on what attack is coming from my perspective as a man. Is there? Me, how I feel, hell yeah it is. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, it's an attack. But yeah, y'all gotta chime in and let me know how y'all feel about this shit, man, because the way I'm looking at this shit, you know, it's a few of the last Mohicans that still, you know what I'm saying, chest poked out. You know what I mean? Hardcore niggas. And I say that with every bit of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. A man is hard. We ain't supposed to be soft. We ain't supposed to be walking around. You remember that dog walking through the neighborhood with his tail between the legs? You was like, something wrong with him. You be like, he's scary. You associate non-masculinity with a scary race of people and a scary nation of people. That's what you associate that shit with. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can associate that shit with weakness when a man ain't masculine. You know what I'm saying? So what's that all about? Just the thought that if you're not masculine, you soft. And what do we associate with soft? Your woman. You want your woman to be soft. That's why you got this humanity in all these ways society and humanity tell you to think. Like they said, they try to big up a strong woman. We know it in the black community. They say it all the time. Strong black woman. She's strong. Nah, I don't want my woman strong. Cause I'm strong. I want my polar opposite. I want my woman soft. I want my woman meek and mild and gentle. I don't want no strong ass black woman. Hell nah. Is you crazy? We gonna be back and forth bumping heads all day. The creator ain't make it like that. The creator made one of us strong and he made one of us soft. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get back to that, family. We can't let society put us in the situation we in, because now we in the situation where the woman is strong and you done put, however this society set up, it'll put the woman in front financially, because we know in a natural law of things, a man is a hunter. He a warrior. He's supposed to go out and hunt and get it. But we ain't living like that no more. So where the hunt come from now? The hunt come from the jobs. Who got the good jobs? The women. You know what I'm saying? Who behind bars? The men. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at the system, systematic, you know what I mean, mind shifting, you know what I'm saying, systematic oppression, you know what I'm saying? We got to look at that shit, family. It's a lot of factors to this shit of why masculinity is being attacked and men ain't being men no more. You feel what I'm saying? But I heard my boy Corey Holcomb say, man, shit, like I would think my genes so strong, you know what I'm saying? He said he went to his family reunion and he said how shit, everybody, he ain't see no little, you know what I'm saying, gay little boys walking around. He was happy about that. You know what I mean? So niggas like, shit, he feel like the genes in this family. I'm the same way, shit. I feel like the genes in my family strong like that. We don't have a lot of gay men in my family. We do. You know what I'm saying? And I love them to death. But at the end of the day, I'm still asking the question, why? Was he born like that? Were they born like that? Or is this world we living in producing, men like that? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just want to tell my brothers out there to be strong. Take on that masculinity role. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't supposed to be an alpha dog. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be sharp, dress nice, but you still have your position. Because now you go in the workplace now. Man, I had a supervisor pull me to the side one time, He said, man, we got to stick together, man. Because somebody had accused me of saying a gay slur at work. I ain't got time to be doing no shit like that. Even though I'm thinking in my head, I'm living in this world and I got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't thinking no hate, no shit like that. Again, I ain't thinking about none of that shit. But yet, I guess that's how powerful the mind is. Motherfucker said they heard me say a gay slur. I ain't say no gay slur. I ain't got time to be talking. I'm getting my bag. But that was the thing. When the supervisor, they brought me in, they had two supervisors talk to me. And then they had, matter of fact, then they had two managers talk to me. So one of the managers actually pulled me to the side and said, "Hey man," it's like I believe you. Didn't say nothing. He was like, "Man, we gotta stick together." You know what I'm saying? We like the. He was like, "We like the minority in here." This is his exact words. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he's like, "We gotta stick together." And you know what I'm saying? When I look at that shit, I respect him for that shit because it's some truth in that. And I ain't getting caught up in all of that shit. I love people. I'm just saying, as far as on a mundane level, and so you can feel the frequency and understand what we dealing with on this physical. You know what I'm saying? It could be serious to you, or it could be nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? This could make sense, or this could be bullshit. It may not even be worth your time, you know what I'm saying? Because in your realm of living, the shit don't affect you. It don't phase you. You know what I'm saying? You might be a woman that say, "Fuck all men." You know what I'm saying? Or you might be a woman that say, "You know what, that brother making sense right there. When I grew up, I did see dot 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 dot. And now dudes are like dot 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 dot." And then even when they think about their uncles and the men that was in their life that was important, that they loved, when they think about that shit, they think too. They're like, "Damn, they held it down." And you didn't hear so and so big mama or whomever, that couldn't fade them in. What happened, y'all? What happened? We gotta look at history to see, where we going. Because if we just going backwards in this shit and we ain't respecting natural process, and natural process is masculinity and femininity. We know we design with similar things as men and women, so we probably, as men, of course, we got a little, man might not want to say it a feminine side, but it's a small amount. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side with the woman, she might have a little masculinity in her, but it's only just enough to understand the other one. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to look at, again, I was built with a certain type of energy. You was built with a certain type of energy. At the end of the day, it's all energy. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to the deeper aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? I have a stronger energy, you have a softer energy, but those energies match in light frequency, okay? But we living it under the physical, and we looking at each other in the physical, but if we think about it in the spiritual, then we could be on a better frequency, but we're not thinking about it in the spiritual. You see what I'm saying? So that's another whole conversation. But what y'all think, though? You know what I'm saying? I had to come to y'all and chime in with y'all. It's been a minute since we did a podcast, but I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely like the video. Definitely comment on the video. Tell me what you think. Is masculinity being attacked? Is it over with? Should we just accept the way things are as far as how men are moving and acting? You know what I'm saying? I see the brothers with the dress. You know what I'm saying? The dress game, nothing wrong with that. Stay clean. You know what I'm saying? I always been a clean cat myself. You know what I'm saying? But you can still be masculine. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe we ain't clean enough no more. Maybe that's what it's come down to. Being sharp. You know what I'm saying? They say still sharp and still. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time for us to get back sharp, and then maybe the masculinity jump up a notch. You feel me? Hey, man, I'm about to get out of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all chiming in. It's yours truly, Mr. T Love, T Love Talks. Man, y'all check me out 2020. We about to be dropping a lot of podcasts. We about to be dropping some music this year. Y'all know I'm still doing the R&B music. So I'll be putting some more stuff out soon. I want y'all to stay tuned for that. But let's get ready. This is the beginning of, something new, something improved. And if I ain't different every time you see me, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be evolving out here. We supposed to be getting better. And that's what we going to do, family. So y'all check your boy out. Yours truly again, Mr. T Love Talks. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Let's go, baby.